allowing yourself to flow however that presents itself to you. Perhaps you've been up for some time, perhaps you have just awakened. Noticing whatever, however small it might be, whatever change may present itself, or thought, or who knows. Just being aware, making any adjustments that might be appropriate to bring you back to a sense of openness, expansiveness, stillness, an awakened state, a balanced, harmonious state. Let's shift to outside of the thighs now. So we'll add a little sway in, a twisting, turning. So we're deep inside the autumn now, and the metal element. Time to nourish those lungs, support the large intestine, and to be aware of the drying nature of this season, and the opportunity to be present, to focus on refining one's outlook, to reflect, and to release. And then we'll come back to neutral. Let's just take a nice big sweep up from behind, over the top, coming down, gentle fist, draw back and in. And the big sweep. So as we work with the governing and conception vessels here, supporting the flow of energy through the entire system, but not only just internally, externally as well. It's almost as if we were cleansing our armor and then remaking it. And that armor, your Wei Qi. Two more. Finish hanging upside down on this one and just enjoy this nice stretch for a moment. Shifting the weight into the balls of the feet, relaxing the neck and the head. Deep belly breath. Straightening the legs. Let's inhale up left. So we'll lift the sun and we'll come down right. Adjusting your feet if you need to. Just a couple of these on each side. Glutes engage on the back bend. Tummy draws in on the forwards fold. But notice the nature of the breath. How deep into the belly can it begin, and how deep into the lobes of the lungs can it flow? The natural connection between the diaphragm and the lungs. And we finish after one more, hanging upside down. Shifting the weight back into the balls of the feet. Deep belly breath. And then inhaling up right and coming down left. Now the ascendancy of the moon. Let's do 3 more. And finish hanging upside down. Shifting the weight into the balls of the feet, relaxing the neck and the head. Focus on the diaphragm, focus on the expansiveness of the air flowing deep inside of the lungs. Focus on the nose as the air enters and exits. And inhale, reverse one up. Reach for the stars. We'll slowly bring the hands down through prayer to heart center, opening the feet up nice and wide. Coming into a horse stance, you can turn the toes out at 30 or 45 degrees. Let's bring the backs of the arms together, palms facing out. Straighten the legs for a moment. Exhale, slowly sit down and take the left arm out. Index fingers to the sky, draw the right hand back. Now you're peering over that index finger, the lung meridian in a sense. Yes, it goes all the way there. And then reach out with the right hand as you shift the weight into the right leg, straightening the left, coming back through, straightening the legs, backs of arms together, sitting down, once again, lowering tailbone. And now right arm comes out, pull the bowstring back with the left as you peer over the right index finger. And then reach out left. Draw back through as the legs straighten. And sit. And reaching out right. And coming back through and lowering. And left, or excuse me, right arm goes out, but the left draws back. Yes, the bowstring pulling it back. And reaching out left. So there are varying names for this, but you can think of the drawing the bow to let the golden arrow fly. That's a nice way to think of it. Reaching out right, coming through, and sitting down. And the right arm out, the left draws the bowstring back, reaching out left. Drawing back, reaching out right. Sitting, extending right, draw back left. And we'll open one more time, just reaching out left, come through, cross, open, and flow down. Now you can keep the feet wide apart, or you could adjust inwards a little bit. Lift the arms in front and take that right arm out in a hook. The left arm's going to flow up the right side, and we're going to press out. And then we'll come back through. So that hook stays with the right, pushing through, brushing. Actually, single whip here. Nice. And one more time, and we'll come back through. Now push out, fold that arm back in. Push down as we brush knee. Now the right hand, you'll release the hook and we'll push through. And then we'll rewind to the right. And we'll push through again. And rewind. So we went from single whip to brush knee. Excellent. Working here to nurture the lungs, but also the stomach and the spleen. Those feed, spleen feeds lungs, come through. Now, let the right hand float down, the left arm will float up over top, and then come down inside, and once again, brush knees. So now you make a nice little infinity pattern, interweaving the movement of the arms. So I've kept my feet wider apart today, so there's a little bit more of a flow. maybe the air. And one more. Excellent. We'll open out to the sides. Let the hands come through, cross, open, float down. Now this time, make the hook with the left, bring the right up, and push across. Chest level, single lip. Deep belly breath. Excellent. Last one. Pushing out. Now let's just let that left hand come down for a moment. Let's switch it up. We'll take the left up, over, and down, and then the right. We're also going to just change it, pushing through. So if you notice, we went right into brush knee. A little different than the last time. So when we think of the metal element, the wind direction is the west. And so the westerly winds are often a little unpredictable. And so this idea of changing things up, not being exact, is a good way to characterize it. Flowing, yes. And one more time, opening out to the sides, coming down, scooping, lifting, scooping, lifting, scooping, and lifting. Now you can work the feet back in towards one another. Step the left foot out to the side, sweep the arms up from the front and down, the elbows come behind, push through at chest level. Stepping in, out to the right, sweeping up. And from behind, pushing through. And deep belly breath. Focusing on the breath. Focusing on the third eye. Notice what is happening now. You get a sense of that white tiger. One more. And pushing through, lowering, stepping in, arms at the sides. Now, once again, step the left foot out. Look down at your feet, make gentle claws with that left and right hand. Slowly begin to draw up as they form into gentle fists. Up to chest level, they open, and we press to the heavens, opening the hands, the fingers open, claws now forming. So very strong hands with claws. And then begin to draw down as they form into the gentle fists. Exhaling, opening about chest, belly level, pressing down. The claws have returned, looking into the tiger's mouth. And now claws again to gentle fists, to open palms, pressing to the heavens where the claws form once again. And the draw down, gentle fists, open paws, and claws as you look into the tiger's mouth. And we continue with that pattern. And you can decide, do you begin here with the exhale, inhaling, or did you begin with an inhale, exhaling at the end? And then here, I like to inhale, maybe all the way up, or maybe you change and you went with the exhale as you reach. So you decide what works for you. You want to equalize the length of inhale and exhales. You also want to expand the time where you can have both an inhale and exhale with the pause in between. Forming the claws at the top, the gentle fists. So the open hands or paws down, we press the claws, form again to gentle fists. to open hands as we press, and claws. Notice what you are aware of now. Down, good, and up, and open, and press, and last one, claws, gentle fists, opening, looking into the tiger's mouth, the final claws, relaxing the hands. Inhales, just lift the arms up to the sides, the palms facing the earth. Take an inhale and lengthen through the crown on the exhales. Turn the left palm up, look over the left hand, and slide to the left as the right hand rotates behind you. A little sinew stretching. Inhale back this hand. Exhale, right palm up, left palm twist behind. So every one of these has been oriented for the lungs, the large intestine. Inhales back. Exhales left. Looking over left hand, turning hand to right. Inhale center. Exhaling right. Turning left behind. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Slowly return back to neutral. Let the arms float down. Lift as they cross. Down to the sides. 2 more times. Visualize the awakened third eye. Visualize a sense of radiance in the center of the chest. The lightness of the lungs, purified, cleansed, the awakened heart, connection with the third eye. Finding a comfortable seat now, whatever that is for you. And allowing yourself to settle in. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Now I mentioned on Wednesday, Wednesday, that because we were doing Doween, I was probably going to do the concluding section, the meditative piece. And it actually is very appropriate to this time of year. And while it is Doween associated with the earth element, the meditation is actually quite appropriate for the metal phase of life. So let yourself sit tall, close the eyes. And if at any point in time you do need to look, you're not sure of my directions for the positioning of the hands, please feel free. I will reference those, describing them as we go. And then I will be reading along the various lines that correspond with each of the positions. So your own natural deep belly breath, an open third eye. Allowing the hands to rest on the legs, palms facing up. Bring the thumb and index fingers together. And acknowledge yourself as a student, as a practitioner, as one who is developing themselves, seeking immortality, not in an attached way, but as a means to awaken, to realize your true nature. Always achieving, always developing. Natural, deep, expansive belly lift. Let the hands now drift out to the sides, off of the legs, the palms facing down. Divine One of wholeness, remove distraction from the ears and eyes to keep your energy full, your spirit whole. Keep the mind from wandering. The subtle body is like nature and heaven. It receives all and holds nothing. Slowly lift the hands now overhead. The palms turn to face the heavens. Divine One of subtle integration. The mind and the heart represent the 5 energies in our bodies, especially the fire energy. Only when they are harmonized with the body, then the water energy can correct the goal of fundamental cultivation, good health, be fully achieved. Lowering the hands now to the sides of the head, angling the palms inwards. Divine One of peaceful mindedness, flowing smooth and free, so should the mind be kept clear of sticky impediments, keeping the same innocence inside as outside. This is the way to wholeness. Extending the arms directly in front of the chest, allowing the palms to face one another, fingers gently spread apart. Divine One of perfect harmony, the calm power derived from your daily practice can transform what seems to be a disaster into a blessing. Learn this, and you will be qualified to sit in the seat of the lotus, to look deep within yourself. Allow the palms to now turn downwards and bend at the wrists, the fingers pointing towards the earth. Divine One of equal mindedness, to become one with Tao, with nature, there is one and only one requirement. Keep a consistently calm mind. Keep it peaceful, transparent, still as the water of a clear, quiet lake, and you will enjoy the subtlety of great bliss. Gently lift the elbows, turn the fingers to face one another towards heart center. Divine One of constant subtle virtue, stay whole, stay clean, stay firm, and in one moment, you can experience everything of Tao and become an adored child of heaven. Slowly lower the hands now just above the legs, roughly hips width apart. Palms facing downwards. Divine One of original simplicity. Before touching the formed, one rests in the unformed. One obeys the universal spirit in order to evolve higher. Gently bend the right arm perpendicular in front of the chest. The left palm rests underneath the right elbow. Divine One of trustworthiness. Following what is right is like a stream flowing toward the ocean. Keeping one's innate virtue is the foundation of happiness. Through practicing great virtue, one can change one's personality and alter one's life. Gently lift the left hand up to outside of the right, perpendicular to the earth, backs of the hands together. Divine One of universal mastery, if you remove all covers and obstacles right here and right now, you will know the origin of your life. A long pilgrimage is not necessary to find your source. Keeping the left arm up, take the right palm underneath the left elbow. Divine One of undefeatable plainness, the road to becoming a Xian, an achieved one, is clearly marked. It is your impatience and your desires that blind your spiritual eyes. Slowly lifting the right wrist up to cross the left wrist in front of heart center, palms facing inwards. Divine One of non-aggression. Self-discipline alone will correctly develop your divine nature. The subtle body, which will manifest itself, is the basis of your immortality. Slowly lifting the right hand and arm overhead, the palm facing up. Extend the left arm in front of you. Now, take your index and middle fingers together as they point out, and the thumb will cross ring and pinky fingers. That's on the left hand. Right palm facing the heavens. Divine One of unconditional supportiveness. The subtle power comes not just from within ourselves, but is added as heaven, earth, and all living things work positively through us. Bring that thumb and index finger together with the upper hand, palm still facing the heavens. Divine One of pervasive harmony. Allow Tao, nature, to penetrate, and it will expand, filling your body and being. Your way of life will be naturally smooth and straight, wholehearted, and with strong protective power. You will forsake the bitterness of life and be content within yourself. Slowly encapsulate the right thumb with the fingers. Turn the palm now over the crown of the head. Divine One of subtle universal law. If you can adhere to the sacred method, cultivating yourself precisely, keeping clear as to your every thought and motive, then all good, positive qualities will become firm, and all traps can be avoided. You then become one with Tao, with nature, unchanged even in death, as you realize the external firmness of existence. Slowly now, you will switch the arms. The left goes over heads, the right comes down in front of the chest. The left palm facing the heavens, the index, middle fingers together, thumb, right thumb crossing ring and pinky as they fold inwards. Divine One of subtle lights. The luminosity of pure mind comes only with the death of desire. As the mind dies, the spirit comes alive, realizing an unusual, majestic light. Gently bringing the thumb and index finger together above the head of the left hand. Divine One of total integration. Persevere in connecting with the universal lights. Open the third eye. Through it, you will achieve the fullness and brightness within your own nature. You can experience and verify the greatness of eternal truth for yourself and thereby voyage safely across the boundless spiritual ocean. Gently encapsulate the left thumb with the fingers turning that gentle fist above the crown of the head. Divine One of life-giving vitalization, never tire of studying life. Ceaselessly gather your chi and keep it whole. Essence, chi, and spirit are the three jewels of life. Gently lift both arms and hands over heads, the palms facing the heavens. Divine One of unaffected clarity, unstain and empty the mind. Thus it will become a fine tool that will unite the scattered fragments of yourself into one whole, so that what is may become clear. Lowering the arms in front of the chest, cross the forearms, cross the wrists, touch the index fingers to the respective thumbs. Divine One of great silent eloquence, Tao, nature is without color or form, yet within it and from it emerges all wonders of the universe. So subtly flows Tao, nature, deep within the fertile stillness, hushed within profound quietude. It is indeed the great reality. Slowly now bring the fingers, the index fingers and middle fingers together like scissors in front of the chest. The thumbs hold ring and pinky fingers underneath. Divine One of highest awareness, trace back to the root of your soul, found deep within your quiet reflections, and the ultimate truth unfolds naturally. And now make gentle fists, thumbs rising above. Touch the two thumbs together as the fingers on both hands curl in, knuckles pressing into one another. Lower down to the lower dantian. Below the navel, thumbs pointing up towards the throat. Divine One of honest nature, I keep my spirit untouched, my mind clear and detached, my body still and upright. All my actions have a deep respect for the original stillness of the universe. Though peacefully engaged in life, I abide in the infinite simplicity of Tao, of nature. Natural deep belly breath. When you are ready, bring your thumb and index fingers together, separating the hands, and flex the wrists 21 times, up and down. Finish resting the hands in the lap, on the legs, whatever feels appropriate to you. Feeling the imprints your meditation, your movement, your breathing, the resonance of the words, the vibrations, the sound, what is happening now. And as you are ready, raise the hands in front of the face, vigorously rub them together. And place them over the eyes, allowing for the inwards penetration of the life force. And one more time. Placing the hands over the eyes. And slowly, slowly, you can begin to open the eyes. We'll let the hands drift down, up, out, and around, encapsulating the right fist with the left palm, a gentle bow. No anger, no complaint, no ego with anyone. Giving thanks to the divine for all that you've been provided, and allowing for the awakening of the heart to care, compassion, peace, calm, and love, to the realization of your true consciousness and your inseparableness with nature. I wish you all a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. So enjoy our final days of autumn. Feel free to say goodbye, send comments.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.